Imagine a league built by the people, for the people. A league dedicated to the economic development of your city. So the question becomes, how good are the 32 teams that play in the minor football league? Well, there's only one way to find out. You have to experience the MFL.
Welcome to another edition of Inside the MFL. I'm your host, Dr. Richard D. Myles Sr., Chairman, CEO, and founder of the Minor Football League. It's a great Wednesday, but I also want people to remind people to wear your face mask. This pandemic, COVID-19, is for real. I just found out that a friend of mine passed Monday because of it. So I want really people to take precautions, especially people MFL Nation. I want you to understand that this is serious. The MFL, as you know, we are the laboratory of change, meaning we're bringing former players from the field to the front office. You know, we're bringing women as well from the, give them an opportunity to own professional franchises and stuff. Also, we want to say what a great job that our new GMs are doing. Y'all bear with me. If y'all see something on your screen, you better not make no jokes because I did broke out a little bit, but I'm doing a little better right now. But like I say, we'll be joined very shortly by my co-host, Mr. Robert Gatewood from the Money Market Pulpit. I want y'all to understand that we are serious with the MFL and we're doing some great things. The laboratory of change, meaning we're doing a lot of great things. And every week we try to bring on the different GMs from around the country. As you know, we have 32 franchises total, which is 16 here in the United States. And then we have 16 will be playing over in Africa in 2021. So we're excited about it. Right now, let me bring on my GM down there in Tennessee. How you doing, Mr. Scully?
Doing real well.
Yeah. Okay.
Great.
You got. I know you want to let everybody MFL Nation know about your new head coach. Now we'll bring him on shortly.
Okay.
You can tell us very shortly who is this young man that you are speaking so highly about and you're talking to me about. Who is it?
Well, Coach Graham, he's been in football all his life. He's been a very successful coach here in Tennessee, but as far as high school, even with collegiate, he's a former player, and there he is. He's very well spoken. He's also, he's actually does speaking publicly if needed to be. So not only does he have the background of football, but he has the ability to communicate and articulate himself very well. And I think he's going to come across really good with the players and help develop exactly. And he's on the same page. When I talked to him, I thought he already talked to you, Dr. Myles, because he was speaking your language.
Wow. You must be a heck of a young man. How you doing, sir? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Doing just fine. Can everybody hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, doing fine. My name is Kwayu Graham. I've been coaching for over 20 years high school ball. So thank you, Dr. Myles, for saying young man. It makes me feel much, much better. I've been coaching over 20 years. I coached as a head coach in Knoxville, Tennessee at Austin East High School. Left there, went to North Carolina, coached in Lexington, North Carolina at Lexington Senior High School. And I came back home to my hometown to coach at my alma mater at Rhode G High School. Through those 20 years, I've seen a lot, learned a lot. Most of the schools besides Rhode G, Austin East and Lenore and then Lexington Senior High are more inner city, high risk areas, high food, free and reduced lunch schools. But I didn't attend that school coming out of high school. So for me, even though a lot of students looked like me, it was still a new experience for me. So I had to go and learn a lot about people that look like me, that we're all different. It's diverse within your own community. So that helped me a lot in coaching, because every player is not going to be the same. So for me, I've coached a long time, been blessed, very blessed to achieve a lot of opportunities and awards, coached in a couple All-American Bowls. Under Armour was the last one down in Florida, and then also coached in the All-American Bowl, Army All-American Bowl down in San Antonio. I've coached a lot of players, over 70-something players signed national letters of intent over 20 years. Been involved with a lot of programs with my football programs. The Play It Smart program that came out in the East, on the East Coast back in the early 2000s. Was one of the first groups that started that. Basically, they put in academic coaches for football programs, and then also helped start a program, Coaching Boys to Men, which is a spring off of the umbrella Tony Porter started with A Call to Men. So been in coaching, played at East Tennessee State. I was a 4-year letterman there, and been truly blessed with the opportunity that football has given me.
Really impressive. I also had my guest with me from the Florida Bears, and I don't want y'all ladies to think that I am rude, because I'm very respectful. I'm not the reason I bring y'all on the Lord after I spoke with these two individuals, because I was waiting for my co-host Mr. Robert Gatewood. But let me let these ladies introduce themselves from the Florida Bears. Hello, can you hear me? Maybe you have to unmute.
Yes, I can hear you. I was on mute.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna bring both of you guys on at the same time. I want to make sure, and as I state again, I am not rude. I put them on for a reason. I want to, y'all the stars of it. Although last week we would have loved to have y'all on too, because we had all the women in the MFL on, as it's like a round table. The GM had an opportunity, did a great job. But I want to stand and introduce myself, and let me backtrack for a minute. And I said young man to the coach, because I can say young man. When you're 65, you can call everybody else young. You know what I mean? And no bad intended. So, yeah, tell me a little bit about y'all, because Mr. Paul Knight, he raving about y'all, talking about y'all being a part of it. I hope you guys have an opportunity to do your research on the league, and you find out that we truly are the laboratory of change. So, any one of y'all can take turns introducing yourself.
My name is Abigail Ellis, and I'm the founder of Steps Foundation. I have to say that Paul reached out to me after finding my website, and the partnership so far has been nothing but amazing, and I love what you guys stand for, and especially being the laboratory of change. So Dr. Myles, I thank you for starting a program like this to help people to grow past just being athletes and understanding what it is to be a part of the community and to grow and, find other ways to fester their careers. We are big proponents of helping people make the change that they need. My organization helps students with understanding life skills and how to go about living productive lives after they graduate, because a lot of times they don't understand what it is to be a productive adult. They're lacking a lot of those life skills that they need. So my organization focuses a lot on that and helping parents, because a lot of times you see a lot of pointing fingers where people believe that parents are the reason why children fail. But you can't always fault a parent if a parent doesn't know. If they were never taught how to budget or how to balance a checkbook, you can't point the finger at them. But nobody takes the time to say, hey, let me teach you or let me show you how to make a better way and how to provide for your children. So that's what we hope to do. And like I said, I'm honored because Paul found us and he asked, he's like, I love what you're doing and I would love to have you guys be a part of our team. So I'm excited because, he asked me to help be the life coach and help the players to find a way. And with that, I brought in my bestie here, Melissa, because she brings about another multitude of things that go great in the community as well.
Absolutely.
Yes, guys. And, my name is Melissa Myers. I'm the founder of Just Right Consulting. My nonprofit actually brings in 20 years of HR and training from my career. What I noticed in my career is as I'm interviewing folks, they don't know how to give a proper interview. They don't know how to write a resume. They lack the computer training skills. And then you have individuals that just don't know what they want to do with their career. So my organization actually, sit down with individuals of all ages, not just the teens, but the adults as well, to show them the right direction on how to properly give an interview. If you need computer training, guess what? We can provide the computer training. If you don't know where you want to go with your career, guess what? We're going to sit down and have that one-on-one career consulting, because sometimes we're all in that position in our lives. It's like, okay, what do I want to be when I grow up? Sometimes you just don't know. So that's what my organization does, is help individuals in that aspect. I'm a very huge proponent of community. As a community leader myself, I'm always doing events within the community. Like I have a voters empowerment rally this Saturday here in Orlando. I'm born and raised in Orlando, so my heart is with Central Florida, and it's an absolute honor to be partnered with the MFL, to be able to bring our communities together and to be able to strengthen our communities as well.
Well put so eloquently, ladies. I'm not very easy to be impressed, but I'm very impressed thus far with you ladies and what you're doing in the community, because the MFL, we was the first one to make sure young men, we want to work with them beyond the field, because what happens when you stop playing football? And also, I tell guys all the time that, people's opinion of you don't have to be your reality. We understand that everybody want to play that next level, which is the NFL. But also tell them that, understand it's not that you're not good enough to play in the NFL. It's not enough room. And we have to understand that. It has to be another, something else in place. That's why I started the MFL 25 years ago, where people think, and I see y'all face, you didn't know we've been around that long, right? Because also I implement different components to this. We had programs, No Thugs, No Drugs, Early Youth Offenders Program, Conflict Resolution. These are national programs, was funded by the states and the local municipalities that we use, because we talk to kids all the time. Each player has to do 100 hours of community service. I don't know if we told you that. Along with our dance team, we want to be a part of the community. We're not coming to take anything. We want to enhance what the community is doing. And now we want people to be able to look at these young men that was going to give up on themselves because they feel they didn't go to the next level. Then now they're a failure. That's not true. You had more. I tell people, you have more relevancy now than you ever will have. But, we want to do things that different. That's what the laboratory change means. And, we want you to understand if kids want to, you got young people in college. If you're interested in broadcast journalism, you can come here. Sports management, marketing, PR, graphic design. You can learn all that here with the MFL. And the great thing about it, you don't have to go cross country, ladies. You could, y'all have the performance right there. So that's why I'm so excited about you guys being a part of this. And if you have not had an opportunity to go to our website, please take time and go there. You'll be very impressed with what we're doing. And we control the narrative here. We have the MFL network. We have radio. We have all these things that to make a league, the type of league that the NFL often want to meet with us. We don't call them, they ask to meet with us. You know what I mean? Because we want them to understand that, we made the NFL what it is. And a lot of people don't understand that. The NFL is 79% African Americans, but we have no owners. You know what I mean? We have 1 or 2 coaches. We have no GMs. You know, and I know we're the biggest consumers in America. We have nothing to show for it. That has to stop. That glass ceiling is removed now with the MFL. And what I mean by that is because generational wealth is here now. It's here. Yes. Generational wealth is here. Where you can pass down to your kids. And that's what I'm bringing to the different communities. And I tell people all the time, hey, the NFL had 100 years. We got 25. And we beat them at every turn. You know what I mean? And the great thing about it is opportunity here is something that, as you know, ladies and gentlemen, has been eluding us for years. We just, it's always, you're in a position, we want like-minded people like yourselves because people generally afraid of people like y'all and like us, should I say, because you don't agree with what they're saying, that we have to be troublemakers. But I tell you, I'm the type that I dare to be different. I've always been that way. I tell people all the time, I'm like a puzzle. I collect the pieces as I go. If they don't fit, I just throw them back. So these are the type of things. Give you somewhat of a synopsis of who I am, ladies and gentlemen. I'm no Superman or nothing. You guys make me incredibly, should I say, I tell people all the time, don't worry about the degrees. Don't worry about the background. I'm no different than nobody else. I was one of those so-called at-risk youth that everybody's going to end up in jail or dead, but I fooled them. I went to college. You know what I mean? I have a social degree. I have a doctorate degree. I have all these things that show people that people's opinion of you don't have to be your reality. And because I generally care about people in general, you know what I mean? And I want people to know if I can do it, anybody can do it. So I don't want people to think that, I'm tired of people saying that we can't do certain things. Or as my father used to say, it's hard to be what you really want to be in life, ladies. It takes no effort to be a bum. You just don't do nothing. But you really doing, and as they say, people are talking about you. When they stop talking, ladies, then you worry. They don't be talking, then that's good. But we are excited about going to Africa. We're doing something that they say couldn't be done, which we got 16 franchises going over there. If you had an opportunity, we met with all the king, we met the government, but we let them know we do not want government involved with this. What we want is private owners to own these franchises. Now you're talking about economic development, jobs.
Right.
Jobs.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Think about that. Jobs. That's the most important thing. We go in these cities, we don't ask for no subsidized money. We don't want anything from them. We pay our way as we go. But more importantly, we want to be a part of the community. We want to look like the community. We want to be, my search was so long in getting GM because I want people in the area that we go. We have 500 resumes. People want to go cross country. And I'm going to just say this, ladies and gentlemen, now, I'm a northern guy, to be honest. But in the South, if you don't know somebody's son, John, uncle, brother, cousin, you ain't doing nothing down in the South. Am I right or wrong?
You're right.
Am I right or wrong? Come on, Mr. Scully. You know what I'm saying.
That's true.
You better know somebody down there because they don't care what you're doing that's very significant. They don't know you. They don't deal with you. It's just simple as that. And I understand it now. But sometimes we got to understand that we have to also get rid of this mistrust between us. You know what I mean? We cut that out. We have to cut that out because right now, during the time that we're in some great times now in this country, it's a shame that we have somebody at the helm that should not be there. I mean, it's just serious. We have to be very, very careful and very strategic in what we're doing in terms of community. It's people not born with hatred. That's something people are taught. And we need to really do something about that. So when I see ladies, as you ladies know, if you didn't know, we have our first woman owner, Dr. Eubanks. Woman owner, I'm happy about that. I want women GMs. These are the positions that we're looking for. We want GMs. As you know, up there in Rochester, New York, Dr. Freeman, he have an all-woman executive board. It's whole executive board of women, very prominent, hardworking women like yourself. So when they about you young ladies, and I say, oh yeah, listen, I wish we could have got them on last week, because ladies, and anytime you miss any of the shows, you can go on all the social media platforms and you can see them again. And I'm telling you, I want people to understand, ladies, you're not sneaking in the room, you belong in the room. And I want everybody to know that. We have a place for you at the table. We don't have to get room for you. It's a place for you at this table. We want decision makers like yourselves. And I tell people all the time, I need field judges. I don't need foot soldiers. I need people that can make decisions. I need people that doing some things that we can help you. And please understand when we're saying whatever you guys doing, we can help y'all. The MFL, we big. We're not local. We're not John and Paul and them down the road. We're national and we're international. And yes, I tell people all the time, that's a little arrogance come out of me. I said, Google us. You can Google us. We're all over the country. And the thing about this, now you talking to people from all different parts of the country and different spectrum that you can, let's bounce some stuff off of. See, as they always say, out of sight, out of mind. You have a great program down there, y'all do. We need to know about it. We have a great program. Y'all need to know about it. We don't have any problem with sharing information throughout the MFL, because that's what we're about. And then when we do a little bump head coaches, y'all know don't know on the football field, but that's just temporary. What we're doing here, we are the laboratory of change. We want to make sure everybody understand that it ain't just about football here. It's not. We want to teach these young men how to be entrepreneurs. We want to teach them how to be businessmen. If you see my stuff, y'all see that the brother's pretty tight. I do my research, and these are things that work because I've been doing them for all these years, for 25 years. So I understand when we went up on Capitol Hill, they invited us. They didn't invite the NFL. You know what I mean? That's the type of that's the kind of place setting that people like yourselves, I would love to have with me. They give you a forum to talk, because people don't really know what you're doing. You're doing some great things, but people don't know about it. And it's really irrelevant. But y'all doing some great things, and people want to be a part of things. They want to learn. But how we tend to not want to reach out because we worry about what other people might think of us. I'm the type of young man, I don't care about what people think about me. I'm sorry to coming out of me, ladies, but I really don't care what people think, because I built this league not owing anybody. Former players I asked to come with me told me no. And now these same individuals are calling me, and I'm saying no to them now. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
if I ask you to come, you would not want to come.
Right.
And we really got to be very mindful of this is history, ladies and gentlemen. This is history. This will never happen again. Never happen again. And what y'all bring to the table, and I don't want nobody to think I downplay that. It's very important what y'all coming to the table with. The things that y'all doing. Now, I'm going to ask you this question, ladies and gentlemen. You ever feel sometimes you're doing great things that you're by yourself? Tell the truth. You ever feel like that? Man, I'm by myself. Not no more. You got a great platform. Anytime y'all want to come on, like I say, we have the radio show, and we have, we come on 2 days a week live, and then we do radio. We base here in Washington, D.C., ladies. I know I will be bringing the GMs here. If you had the opportunity, you'll see our GM signing where everybody across the country come in. We have a lot of politicians want to be involved with this, but I say no, because I don't want you. I don't owe you no favors. Because if you help me, you want something. We don't want that. That's just like when we met with the NFL. When they got arrogant with me, Cadell, so what do you want from us? I said nothing.
Right.
His face almost hit the floor, right?
Wow.
All we want is belonging, saying that we're the minor league system of the NFL. See, we already in the minor league system of the CFL, which is the Canadian Football League. But they were so arrogant because they couldn't get this from me, so they got mad. You know what I mean? You can't control what's mine. And that's why I say all the guys complaining about the NFL and what they're not doing. It's hard to tell somebody what to do with their business. That's like me telling you what to do with yours. Come on now. I can't tell you that. But stop begging for something that you're not going to get.
Yep.
Now, you got the NFL here. Ownership. We hiring people. We train the kids. We doing a lot of things that the NFL is not going to do. They got too much money. They're so arrogant. So I want you to understand how important this is, ladies, not only what the MFL is about, but the collaboration between all of us. You think about this, this is, you have minor league baseball, right? Who owns it? The major league, right? D-League basketball, who owns it? The NBA, right? Everybody has a minor league system but the NFL. You know why? They so arrogant they ain't really needed. You know why? Because they got college. But now you realize these kids out of college, it's not ready. They're not developed.
Exactly.
But here's the NFL in here now. Now everybody mad. Because you know what? They can't control this. They can't. And that's the problem. They cannot control this. And I tell people all the time, people always say, well, this league's so good. Why the NFL didn't want it? I said, all you got to do is Google it. I told them that. When we threw at me, the Lions Football League, y'all remember that? That NFL, I told them, give it 4 weeks and I guarantee it'll fold. It folds, right, ladies, gentlemen?
Yes.
Then they got all the money, so-called, they supposed to have. In business, I tell people all the time, people with money don't have a concept. And people with concept don't have money. What happens? The people with the money buys the concept. That's a good enough to sell it and give it back where you started from.
Yep.
Make sense?
Yep.
This is not for sale.
Exactly.
And Dr. Myles, even bigger than that, when your intentions are wrong, what I've noticed since partnering with you guys is that this is no game. This is what you guys believe in. This is your passion, and when you are passionate about what you're doing and taking care of the community, guess what? The organization is going to be blessed, right? Their intentions were wrong. And that's why it didn't work, So, I'm actually just honored. Me and Abby both are honored to be partnered with you guys, to be able to, offer our services, to the dancers, to the players, to the parents, We're very excited. And this is something that we believe in and that we want to push forward. Whatever we need to do, we will make it happen because that's how much we care about our communities.
Exactly.
And I can tell you guys speaking from your heart. And, most time when people meet me, they tell you that you can tell my heart. And, it is my heart. It caused me a marriage. So believe me, I always say, maybe I'm doing something right. But it caused me a marriage. And, that's not good after being married so many years and stuff, but sometimes, whenever I have women on my show, I always apologize to y'all because I say, first of all, I want to thank y'all for allowing us to do what we're doing, because y'all ultimately have to hold stuff down when we go out to do these things to try to make a difference. But now I changed the narrative. I'm bringing you along now. You know, I should have done. You know what I mean? And I just want to say, and I have so much respect for women. You know, I think we are the most unprotected individuals on this earth. We got to do better. As men, we have to do better. So I'm just glad to, you know, have y'all a part of the MFL. I will be visiting y'all, although y'all do have a rivalry down there, because like I said, we do have the 49ers in Fort Lauderdale. So that's the Dr. Eubank that bought the 49ers, and they're in Fort Lauderdale. So, you know, y'all, but she's very sharp. You get a chance, talk to her, you know, at God's University. I mean, this down there is great. I mean, I'm thinking that you ladies, because we're going to do a lot of different things with not just affiliating, just women we always do things together. You know what I mean? Because sometimes it diminishes things when you have the men meet and the women, you know, it's all meet together. Because I want to know what you do, what you think, what your thoughts are. I want to know what you think about this. How can we help you do this? How can you help us do that? You know, I always say strength in numbers, and a lot of people don't understand that you know people don't fear you because you do this, you know, because you're gonna punch them. They fear you because you showed that you united.
Mm-hmm.
That
we definitely work better together.
Yeah.
You know, we come up, and I tell people all the time, I do not have all the answers, and I would not sit here and tell y'all I do, but together we can find a solution to whatever problem we may have, if any at all. But being realistic, you know, we need to collaborate. Well, my ego is big, but it's not that big that I don't listen to nobody. Anybody know me will tell you I listen to them. You know, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? Because you know, if we all had an answer, what do you think this world would be? You know, and think about it. I tell people all the time, the norm is gone. Let's just face it. This is the norm. Where people and they know job with them making this certain amount of money, that's all gone now. So now you have to reinvent yourself. You know, as you ladies know, y'all have your own, I mean, it doesn't stop. You know, we just got to find ways. And whatever y'all need to do in terms of to push y'all initiatives as well, we have a platform. Tell us which one you want to use. The radio, the TV, tell us what you want to use. You know, and I always say, thank God for social media. Now, you know, like, you know, 65 years old, you know, I'm learning. We didn't go in our studio because of the COVID. Man, social media, we everywhere.
Yep.
Well, I'll be honest, I don't want to go in the studio tomorrow. You know, the mayor, she don't go there, I'm going in there. You know what I mean? So we have a great mayor up here, Mayor Bowser up here in Washington, D.C. She's very supportive of the MFL, and it would be only fitting that the MFL would be here in the nation's capital. As you know, that other group is up there in New York. You know their names. But all jokes aside, ladies, I'm just so impressed about what you guys doing. And as you know, Mr. Scully from down in Tennessee, y'all will see him after a while when y'all play him, and he has his coach there. But, you know, what are some of the things that Mr. Scully, you see these dynamic women bringing to the table? I know you have some in your organization, but, you know, what do you see the type of things that they are bringing to the MFL? Well,
as far as first thing, it seems that everybody's mentioning community first, you know, and that's the main thing. And being truly a professional developmental, that's what we're bringing. And I think with that mindset, that's what's bringing to the table. I'm seeing it just like with Coach Graham here. I'm talking to him. He's on the same page. It's just we're on the same cloth. We're moving in that right direction. And it's mostly we love the passion of the game, but at this point in time, it's not the X and O's we're talking about. It's about what we're doing and what the X and O's are going to bring to the state of Tennessee. What's going to bring to our city of Knoxville. And for these young men, to develop them. And for instance, like you've told me before, Dr. Myles, there's only a certain percentage of these guys that are actually going to go to that level. So we want to have something else for them, when they have to hang up the cleats, So, and that's the most important thing. So, obviously we strive here with the Patriots. We strive on, next level. That's what I tell my coaches. I tell everybody on the staff is that's what we're wanting. But winning comes with greatness. Don't get me wrong, but getting these guys to the next level is really the goal. That's the goal. And those are more of our trophies than those win columns, because now we got somebody that actually went to a different level. And whether it be in the NFL or whether it be he becomes an enormous entrepreneur and starts his own business, that's the next level for us still, So that's what I'm seeing that's bringing a lot especially from my staff. And we all have that same mindset. And as long as we keep that mindset, like you were saying, Melissa, it's that things will follow. Goodness will follow. And if you have the right intentions, it'll show in the end.
Lady, one of y'all?
I will say, I love what you said because it's the truth. Our communities need us. And at the end of the day, the players, a lot of times they have a vision and they have a dream, but what they lack is the support. So they feel like, okay, all I'm good at is being an athlete, but a lot of times all they need is that person that says, I care and you can, to show them that they're able to do it. And I truly believe that's what we're here for. We're here to show them that they can and to help push them into their next phase. So I absolutely love it. Like I said, I couldn't be more grateful to be a part of this and seeing that it's not just community leaders, but athletes and those in that are looking to create the same change. So the laboratory of change, it speaks to me. So, like I said, I couldn't be more grateful.
And I always say that, it's great to be an athlete, but I say the problem with athletes that people look up to athletes, but I want them to understand that athletes are human and they make mistakes too. So stop putting them on the pedestal, and then when they do something wrong, then you're ready to condemn them or hang them.
Yes.
But I'm very mindful of where these guys come from. And when they did an opportunity to go to the league and they get some money, these contracts do not come with any instructions on how to be a man and how to conduct yourself. I tell people all the time, and I think, ladies, you can contest to this and address this as well. Because you're born a female, don't make you a lady. And because you're born a male, don't make you a man. You have to be taught these things. And that's some things that we really take for granted and we really don't understand. And I think you, Coach Graham, these young men got to understand that, we want you to understand entrepreneurship. We're talking about a business, not a business. We ain't talking about business. T-shirt business. And we want you guys to understand that we have things in place that you'll be very impressed with, all of y'all, in terms of helping these young men to understand entrepreneurship and want them to understand these things can be done. I'm living proof right now. And we don't really need to, only thing we need is the support of the community. Because once you got the support of the community and what y'all are part of it, they're more trusting, as opposed to me coming in there and they don't know me, what they seen on TV or what they read about me. But as far as people like to feel comfortable with who they deal with, what do you say on that, Coach Graham?
Well, I'm really enjoying this. I'm sitting back like a flower on the wall, or on somebody's hair at a debate. So I'm finding out so much. Just listen, I'm really enjoying it. The biggest thing that Mr. Scully, our GM, told me, it really inspired me to make the decision to move on. You can win a season, but you can build a program, and the overall goal is to build that program. And as a person, we all are creatures of habits, and when we can teach and motivate to give positive habits, it doesn't just affect that individual. It's like cancer in a negative thing. You can have cancer in a positive where it spreads amongst everyone around it. To build a community, to be a community builder, it starts with one, but somebody has to take that hand, and then another hand is grabbed. Then another hand is grabbed. So I'm blown away, and I mean I really am just listening. I'm from East Tennessee, and things that I'm hearing now are things that I've thought, things that I want to push out, and visions that I've had, and just to know, as a young man, just to know that other people have those, because this world is a big old place, and you never know the hearts that's in all, and you just know what's in yours. But I'm very inspired, and can't wait to be a part of this program.
And you know what, Coach? We all have a story. We all have a story that we can tell that's going to motivate others, to where their mouths would drop and be like, oh my God, I didn't know, don't look at me how I am now. I've been through those roadblocks. I've been through the trenches, but guess what? You've been through it and you can get through it too. So it's the biggest thing about, motivating our players, motivating the community, just to say, hey, no matter what you've been faced with, no matter what it looks like, you're going to get through it. And we're here to help you get through that.
Right.
So that's what we're here for. We have to strengthen our communities.
That's right. Great.
Absolutely. And I always say, that it's so refreshing to, when you talk to people like yourselves, that if you know your Bible, I know all of y'all do. When the Lord said, when the Lord come back, He said, I want to come like a thief in the night. If you're waiting for this big parade and all this glitter, and that's not happening. And the reason He said that, because I want to see you as you truly are. I don't want you to go dress up and clean your house. No, I want to see you as you truly are. And this is some of the things that the MFL, we don't want you to pretend. We want to help. We want to enhance what you're doing. You don't have to impress us, because we're not here to impress you. We're here to help. We're not here to take anything from the community. It's just like our commercial, our intro says, imagine a league for the people and by the people. More for the economic development of your city and state, So we can keep everything there. We ain't taking nothing from there. We gonna keep everything there.
Yes.
In these programs, I want you need to give me information on it. That's no thugs, no drug. We used to get a lot of money for it. And I think some of the politicians, they like the name of it. They didn't understand. It's drugs. Drugs can walk in the neighborhood. You get ready to drugs, you get ready to drugs, right?
Right.
Early youth fulfillment programs. That's what young kids get in trouble for the first time. And we intervene. We tell the judge, release them to us. In our 12-week program, we put a body on the body. You understand? So when we can give him a comprehensive report and say why this young man shouldn't be incarcerated. He made a mistake. That's some of the program. Conflict resolution. Most kids argue, they don't know why. I was programming the kid. I asked the kid. He said he mugged me. I said, what did he looked at me front? He can't look at you. He looked at you. Come on, now, if you was wrong.
Exactly.
It's some of the things that we think of, like we just do things differently. You know what I mean? So, and that's the understanding that we need to do. And what you ladies and what y'all doing. like I say, ladies, believe me, I'm not easy to be impressed. I'm very impressed with what you guys doing. We're gonna recognize what you guys doing when you do something. Not just the Florida Bears, but the whole league will support what you're doing. We'll come there. When you talk about the Florida Bears, please mention the league. Y'all are part of a big league. You know, you're not just a team, you know, organization. You are part of a league.
That's right.
You know, and the league have been around. You know, we're not new. I know we are reading stuff. You know nothing about that. Well, how do I know about this? You know, they've been doing all this and we never knew about it. You know, they all these different places. Why we never heard about it? Why you think? Media don't want you to know about this. Why should they? Come on, be honest, man. You know, when you're doing something good, they don't want people to know about it.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
You do something wrong, they 1,000 times. But when you're doing something good, no, they don't want to hear about that. Pick up the newspaper and read anything that you see that was good in there. And not anything positive, they don't want to report positive. They don't want to report that.
Controlling the narrative.
That's
always.
What about the MFL? We control the narrative.
That's right.
And it just irks some people, but we do. We protect ourselves. We protect the shield. And, you know, we always jokingly talk about when I was playing the league, the NFL stands for not for long. Not for long. Not the football league. But take this logo here. It's not just the minor football league. This stands for money for life if you own one.
Yeah.
All right now.
Money for life if you own one. Because you know why? That's generational wealth that you can pass down.
That's right.
Don't mess with that lottery stuff. It's all rigged. What they call it, Bitcoin, don't believe all that just BS. You know, this is something tangible, something that you're a part of, something that you are part of the narrative.
Right.
You know, you know, I always tell people in a minute, documentation be conversation, right, ladies? Documentation be conversation. We're not here to tell them what we're gonna do. This is what we already done.
Right.
This is what we already done, and we still pushing. So when I say these things to you, you are a part of the movement that is the laboratory of change. You know, and the more you talk, see, people know you don't know us. People know us don't know you, but they will. You know what I mean? So see, when you're affiliated with us and you get affiliated with the Florida Bears and that MFL's logo there, you know, people, what they do, they start researching it, don't they?
Yeah.
When they come back to you and say,
yeah.
Mamma, you didn't tell me y'all was, well, what can we do to help? See, people want to help, but they don't know how to come and help. You know, you know what I mean? People want to help, but they want a reason. I know this to be true. How many times people have talked to y'all, say y'all doing a great job. If anything I can do for you, let me know. And you say, dang, I wish I had something to go at these people with.
I always find something. I don't let them go. I'm like, yep, let me get your phone number, let me get your email address. I'll be reaching out to you real soon. I find something.
But you know what I'm saying? See, they want to help, but they want to see something. You know, and I tell them my daughter, she want to open up a shop and LLC is new, and the guy said, well, you have business? She said, well, I just started the business. The course is new. We haven't made no money yet because I called the people. They said, well, if you signed Dr. Myles, I said, okay. But we have to believe in each other. We got to trust each other. You know, we're going to have to do this ourselves, ladies and gentlemen. And I love the challenge. You know, come on, think about it. We've been challenged all our lives. You know, I used to tell people, man, how I feel to be playing in the pros. I said, look, let me tell you something. Peanut butter and jelly sandwich is still sensational for me.
Right.
We know how to survive. I don't need all that other stuff. You're still hungry after you eat it. Jelly is still sensational to me. And
Right.
we not. Well, I'm telling my age, but anyway. Yeah. And I have to admit something, ladies. My father is from Lakeland, Florida. I've never been there in my life. So I've gone down there this year for college. But and I always say I'm gonna come there. I've been to Florida a whole bunch of times, but I've never been to Lakeland. And that's where my father, the people is. And my mom from here, from Washington, D.C., but I've never been there.
Yeah, that's only an hour away from us.
Yeah, everybody. My grandson is down there. He going to school down there, one of the universities down there. But I said, you might run into some of your people, tell them I'm sorry. They can be very prevalent down there. But I said, God help the Lord, I'm definitely going to get to go, because I will definitely have an opportunity to meet you, ladies, believe me. And you'll know something about me. If I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. And I tell people all the time, we're not in charge. God's in charge.
Amen.
God's in charge. Don't in charge. You're not in charge. I tell people all the time. God's in charge. I tell people, stop talking about, be thankful for every day we wake up, because it could have been the other way.
Yes,
And we wouldn't never do it. You know what I mean? People would be talking about it, but it could have been another way. So when I meet people like yourselves, I'm so impressed. If I sound so excited about y'all, because y'all superstars. And I always, and anybody know me, tell you this is not an act. This is how I am. I'm the most down there person that you're gonna ever want to meet, because it's refreshing to know that you got other people, like-minded people like yourself, thinking the same way. We have no egos here. We have no egos here. Other than what the MFL is about, the laboratory of change. That's what we're about. That's what we want to do. You know the headquarters numbers. If you need us to do anything, call us. Throw something our way. Our board members are great. Don't get shocked sometimes. Most of the time I pick the phone up because I do. Everybody else is busy. I try to pretend I'm, you know what I mean? But I really appreciate having you guys aboard. I want each one of y'all tell MFL Nation how they can get in contact with y'all, and even because you're part of MFL, but you also have your own businesses too. And I want people in MFL Nation to know it, because we might have people down there or might want to give you a call. So want each one of the ladies first, how can we reach y'all, MFL Nation?
Go ahead, Melissa.
Well, my email address is melissa.myers, that's Myers.
We ain't no kidding each other, are we?
Not Miles. I said Myers. Look. But you're not traveling to Lakeland, I don't know, You know what? Let's just make it easy. My phone number is 407-457-8199. You can contact me there. That's my business number. You can text that number as well. If you need me, I'm only a phone call or a text away.
Okay, but do give them your website, Melissa, because people like to go on there and look, and we want to make sure we put you out there like that.
So my website is www.justright, that's WRITE consulting.org.
Okay.
Yes.
And see, I'm gonna just say something real quick, because Melissa being all modest and stuff.
I know she is.
Look, she just wrote a whole book. So I'm gonna need people to know about her journal.
and that's what this is about, Melissa. I mean, you show up and show out here at the MFL.
No, yes, I have. I did write a book. It's called. Yes, I did write a book. It's called Making Success a Reality. Thank you, Bestie. You can actually, it's a success journal that actually makes you take an honest look at your life, at yourself, at your circle, at your business connections, setting your goals. This is a perfect guide for your life. It's actually making it a declaration between you and God to make change in your life. So my author website is Melissa S. Myers. That's MELISSA SMYERS.com. You can visit that website, and that's my authorship website there.
Thank you.
Abby.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Sorry, y'all. I can't help it.
Abby is one of my biggest cheerleaders. She is my sister. Like, she always is rooting me on with everything that I have going on. She is definitely that person you always want to have on your team because she's always positive and she's always pushing you forward.
Well, you got 32 franchises with 60 players on each franchise, along with coaches and everything. So now you got even more. So.
Thank you.
My organization is Steps Foundation, and you can find us at www.stepsfoundation.org. My email address is info@stepsfoundation.org, and you can reach me at 407. Now that's bad when you don't remember your number. Hold on, y'all. 279-0713. See, I don't have to say that often, so I'm like, oh wait, what is my phone number?
We put it up for everybody to see it. Mr. Scully.
Yep. Yeah. You find we find Tennessee Patriots. It's TennesseePatsFootball@gmail.com. I'm actually assigning all our staffs the same email, but with their position at the end of that email. So it'll be Tennessee Pats Football HC@gmail.com for Coach Graham, for instance. So we have a big following on Facebook. You can look up Tennessee Patriots on Facebook. You should find us. If not, look under Adam Scully, and then you can find it through there. And my phone number, which will be changing. My phone number is actually I go international. I'm on the border here in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. I'm on the border of North Carolina and Tennessee. So I actually have a area code that starts with the North Carolina number. That will be changing over here soon, but it's 828-279-2763.
Okay. Coach Graham?
Yes, I can, as I just found out my email address, but I can give you my number. My number is 865-384-0933.
And also, Melissa, I want you to know, I have 3 books that I've been writing, and I'm about a third way to it. I can give you the name of the books, the 3 books. The first one is The Black Race for Sale, No Takers. My second book is The Greatest There Never Was. And the third book that, like I say, I'm third way through the books, is the United States, the home of the Constitution. Okay.
Oh, man.
And no, really, I've been writing them now for about 8 years. I never had a chance to seem to finish them though, but everybody said, "Woo, the titles, them books are kind of rough there." I said, "Hey, you know what I mean?" So hopefully it'll be a big selling and to empower and educate people, period, about the injustice and stuff and what's going on in America. And we got to understand it's nothing wrong with, I say it all the time, it's nothing wrong with America. It's the people that's in it. You know what I mean? And once we understand that, and we'll be all right. I mean, we've been enduring stuff for years, and America, she would get herself together eventually, but she never kept her promise. You know that. Mm-hmm. So I always reach that. I always make sure I let people know that. But I want to thank y'all for being on today. Listen, oh man, so I and Mr. Scully and Coach Graham, and ladies, I'm very impressed with y'all. I look forward to meeting y'all when we come. Feel free to call us and check. We always got stuff come up. If you have any questions, if you want to ask the league, and we'll get right back to you. I want to thank y'all again for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
Yes.
This has been another edition of Inside the MFL. I'm your host, Dr. Richard D. Myles. I'll see you Friday. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Myles.
Robert.
Hey.
Oh man, you missed it.
I've been in the room for the last hour.
Oh, you saw it?
Yeah, I was in the waiting room.
I apologize. I thought I was rabbing you, boy. I say, what in the world? Because Kelsey is not here because she did the show down there, right? So I'm trying to work with myself, but I thought she had put it in. I'm so sorry. How did I do without you?
You did great, man. Great show. Great guest. Great content. Good show.
What? Dang, Robert, did you try to call me or something? See, I don't know that, she set it up for me because, Kelsey went down to do her, down there. But wow, man, I was kept on talking, I'm waiting for my co-host. You hear me kept saying it. Wow. But there was some interesting.
Yeah, I sent a text and I sent a chat.
Huh?
That's okay. I sent a text and a chat, but apparently you on there, so you couldn't see it.
Oh man!
Oh, I think we're still live too.
Yeah,
I think we're still live.
Oh wow! Well, but let me ask you this. I'll wrap it up. Let me ask you. We had opportunity to see it, and I'm carrying your weight for you. You notice that, but I apologize. You make sure we get things more in sync because when ain't nobody with me, it's kind of hard. I'm not as stupid as you with this. I'm learning from you, so I'll talk with you off air and stuff. But Robert, I got nervous, buddy. I was holding it long as I could, but it was okay.
I was on the phone with my brother. I just found out earlier today my mom had gone into hospice, and so we had a conversation with my brother right before I came on the air. So that's why I was a little late. But she's still fine. She's comfortable, but she's 100 years old, and so we was trying to make her comfortable as possible in her final days. So that was a conversation I was having right before I went on the air. So that made me a little late. But I did come on, but and I watched the show. It was a great show. You and Melissa and Abby and the coach and Mr. Sully. Great show. Great content.
Well, thank you. Well, anything I can do, please don't hesitate to let me know. Another good friend of mine passed today too, down in Virginia. His son called me, so I want to. But boy, I needed you, boy. But Robert, I know you deal with that. Make sure that if you need me, call me. Okay.
Okay, I will, bro.
All right.
I will.
Thank you so much.
All right, Myles.